Hey, oh hey, it's Amber, back with another weekly movie talk. If you don't know what that means, check those chapters below because here we go. So let's jump right into the new releases for this coming weekend, which is January 14th through the 16th. Like every week, there's always going to be limited releases, none of which I've actually heard of. They're not on my radar. But just thought I would mention the two limited releases I'm about to go over. One being a re-release of the 1974 Francis Ford Coppola movie, The Conversation, which stars Gene Hackman. Had no idea, never heard of it, which just shows that I still have a lot of movies I need to see. And also there's a young Harrison Ford in it, so interesting. If you've seen that movie, let me know down below how it is. At some point I think I'll probably watch it since it seems like it comes from classic Hollywood. I mean, it's a Francis Ford Coppola movie, so I definitely should check it out at some point, right? And the other limited release, and the main reason why I'm bringing it up, is because it's an anime and it's called Belle. And the reason why I said that is because the last time I skipped over an anime, it ended up jumping into the top 5. So I watched the trailer for this one. It actually looks pretty interesting. It's about like a 17-year-old girl who is like a loner, but she escapes into the digital world and becomes her like alter ego, this famous singer called Belle that everyone adores. And it's just her dealing with those two different worlds. Kind of sounds like a animated Hannah Montana almost. Then moving on to the wide releases, which was going to be Sesame Street and Scream. Sesame Street has disappeared. It's been removed from this week's wide releases, so it either was one of those like low-key streaming movies that no one knows about, or it was already released, yada yada yada. Either way, the only wide release coming out this week is Scream, which is the 5th Scream. Is it the 5th Scream? Yeah, it's the 5th Scream in the series of Scream movies. It's not obviously called Scream 5, it's just called Scream. And I remember there's a reason why they did that. I don't remember why. Which, thinking about it now, it's probably like a chapter out of those Terminator books where they reboot it. So maybe it's something like that. Either way, I do want to see it. I've watched all the Scream movies because it's my mom's favorite horror series besides Halloween. I don't know if I'll be going to the theater to see it this weekend, but I definitely plan on seeing it sometime soon. What new releases are you planning on seeing this weekend, or what current movies that are out are you planning to see? Make sure to let me know in the comments below so we could talk about it. Now let's go over last week's predictions, which was for January 7th through the 9th. I feel like the next few weeks it's just going to be all about just shifting down, so that's kind of what I did with last week's predictions. And this is what I predicted. Number 5 is going to be American Underdog. Number 4 was going to be The Kingsman. Number 3 was going to be the 355 in its opening weekend. Number 2 was going to be Sing 2. And at number 1, I chose Spider-Man No Way Home. And I feel like, even though those are the safe choices for this past weekend, I feel like I got a lot of those right. But let's get to the top 10 before we get to see if I did good or really bad with my predictions. Let's go over the changes for last weekend, which again was January 7th through the 9th. We're only saying goodbye to one movie from the top 10 this week, which is coming in at number 13 after 7 weeks on the charts, is Encanto. I thought it was going to be on here a little bit longer, but I guess no one remembered it after Sing 2 hit the streets, so. Now to go over the rest of the bottom of the top 10. At number 10, which was previously at number 12, so it popped back into the top 10, was House of Gucci, which I believe is because of the Golden Globes being this past weekend. People wanted to get on the ball of seeing why Lady Gaga was nominated and all that jazz, and I feel like once the SAG nominations come out as well as the Oscar nominations next month, people are going to be like watching a whole bunch of random movies that's going to pop to and from the top 10 or even the top 5. At number 8, which was previously at number 7, is Ghostbusters Afterlife. Which, oh my god, now that Vlogmas is over, I really should just start gun-hoing on all these movies I'm behind on. So if you want to see any reviews on any of these movies that I haven't seen that I plan on seeing, let me know down below and I'll make sure to make some reviews for you guys. At number 7, which was previously at number 6, was West Side Story, which won pretty well at the Golden Globes this past weekend, so I definitely need to go see this, but I need to watch the first one first because I haven't seen it. Don't yell at me. And at number 6, which was previously at number 5, was Matrix Resurrections. Thank God I was able to say that correctly. If you saw me in last week's video, then you know what I'm talking about. Oh my god. Let's move right along to the top 5, shall we? Oh hey, if you're liking today's video or at least having fun, make sure to like and share this video with other movie fans so they're not missing out on what's going on with the box office stats. And also don't forget to subscribe and ding that bell so that you don't miss out on any other future videos that I plan to put up. You know, like birthday videos or reaction videos, trailer reaction videos. Again, the SAG award nominations are tomorrow, I believe, so I should have one for that soon. So ding that bell, subscribe so you don't miss out. Now back to me. Okay, let's go over the top 5 for last weekend, which again was January 7th through the 9th. Coming in at number 5, which was previously at number 4, was American Underdog, making $2 million this past weekend. At number 4, which was previously at number 3, was The Kingsman, making $3 million this past weekend. At number 3, for its opening weekend, was The 355, making $4 million for this past weekend. At number 2, which was previously at number 2, is Sing 2, making $11 million this past weekend. And at number 1, which again was number 1 last weekend, as well as a bunch of other weekends before that, is Spider-Man No Way Home, making $33 million this past weekend. And with that said, guess what? I got all of those right. Yay, I did it. What do you guys think about me doing like a report card to see how many of these predictions I get right? Like a monthly report card. If you want to see that, let me know down below. I could always add it to like these weeklies, like the last week of the month, so you could see how bad I do. But definitely let me know down below and I will make it happen. Here are my predictions for this weekend, which is January 14th through the 16th. Again, with how I went over last week, there's not too many major threats happening for the top 5. So I don't see a major change in the order of the top 5. So this is what I've chosen. At number 5, I think it's going to be The Kingsman. At number 4, I'm choosing The 355. At number 3, I'm going to choose Scream, only because I don't think it'll dethrone the top 2. But I could also maybe see Sing 2 come down a little bit. So either way, I'm going to put Sing 2 at number 2 for this coming weekend. And then of course at number 1 is going to continue to be Spider-Man No Way Home. What do you guys think with this week's predictions? Definitely put your predictions down below. And as always, when I remember to, I will put mine down there as well, so that we can compare each other's predictions and see who gets more right in the next weekly video. That's a wrap for this week's movie talk. If you enjoyed yourself, make sure to let me know down below. And until next time, tell your mother I said hello. Bye y'all.